What's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carcino here. And let's talk to all you wonderful people out there. I want to say thank you again for making this channel is what it is today. And without you guys, you know, I don't know where I would be. Now, let's get to the Hoodie-cino edition of the story. Now, in my estimation, the Chicago brother got done wrong, Derrick Rose, by your Cleveland Cavalier hero, who they designed and put the league around, LeBron James. I believe he's the main reason why Derrick Rose left. And you can tell from LeBron's interview how he talked. Like, I can't understand what he's going through. I can't be in his mind. The few months we got to know him, you know, hope he come back. Like, but if we don't, this don't affect the team. Dang, well, if it don't affect the team, there ain't no sense of him being there now, is it? I've been trying to tell you guys as subtly as possible. This guy, LeBron James' ego, he cannot get out of the way of his ego. Completely cannot. And this is the main reason why Derrick Rose decided to come home. I told you what happened in practice when Derrick Rose was out there trying to practice to keep himself in shape and do his routines. He got to stop everything. They was like, well, Derrick, LeBron need the court right now. He was like, okay, I'll go down on this end. He could just use that. No, LeBron need the whole court. So you got to leave. You got to leave. He wasn't man enough to come to Derrick Rose and tell him personally, Derrick, I'm gonna be using the court because I want to do this and that. He have his cronies come over to Derrick Rose and tell Derrick Rose, you gotta bounce. I need the whole court. So Derrick got to stop his workout, stop his conditioning and being in shape, which he was in the best shape of his career this season. He was playing great basketball. And he was trying to find his niche in the game with this guy y'all call King James. To play with this type of person. It wasn't his fault. Everybody else was out of shape, wasn't ready to play. And he got turnovers trying to give them the ball, LeBron included, mainly him. He trying to get in shape during the season, a la Shaquille O'Neal. So all them 1 minute Instagram videos, he's all that stuff was doing nothing. In the middle of in this whole beginning of the season, my ankle. All he doing is wasting your time and money. Anybody who spent money to go see him. As you saw last night, they got tickets as low as $38 to go see the Cleveland Cavaliers. Facts. So if they are doing that to try to get people to basically get rid of tickets, I don't know. You tell me. Now, I'm not saying the Cleveland Cavalier organization has a lot to do with this. I'm blaming one person and one person only. LeBron James. I blame you for Derrick Rose's mental state. You as the player of the team that's supposed to be the captain of the ship. You make players better. That's your slogan. That's the promotional slogan. LeBron makes your team better. He makes everyone better. But they can't name you one player he's made better. Not one. Now, they say, well, he made Kyrie better. Kyrie was an all-star before he met LeBron James. Sorry. That does not apply here. Try again. So when you start talking about these comparisons, and you start talking about stats and numbers and all this garbage. They can invent a stat. As ESPN has proven, we can invent a stat just like this. They'll make up a stat that's not even a category. And they find any way to put LeBron James. LeBron James has the most triple-doubles on a Thursday night since Larry Bird. It just don't make any sense. Like, who's tracking that? It's silliness, but this has worked for the network. Because then stupid people going to work with this. Man, nobody had more triple-doubles than LeBron since Bird, Jordan, and Matt bagged it in on a Thursday night. How many of you think Jordan got on a Thursday night? Oh, man. With 3 minutes left in the game, no one's hit more game-winning shots or game-changing shots than LeBron James. With 3 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter on a Tuesday afternoon. Only LeBron James, Magic Johnson. Oh, man, it'd be any player, they'll find that. It'd be like only Kyrie Irving and Larry Bird are the only 2 players in basketball history to ever do this 5 nights in a row. So when people ask me about LeBron James, I'm like, if you have a player who's mentally having problems, you're the captain of the team, he's on your team. Meanwhile, you're worrying about the Memphis Grizzlies. You're worrying about all these other teammates that are not on your team, bruh. They're not on your team. That's why I don't get. I'm like, they're not on your team, bruh. You worrying about other players in their situations. Talking about, man, I think I like Carson Wentz. Why don't you like Derrick Rose? He's on your team. When you tell me something, I haven't spoke to Derrick. Why wouldn't you make a phone call to Derrick Rose? He's your teammate, right? If your teammate is in a mental bind, as a team, you'd be like, look, let's show our support for Derrick, not just shout him out in an interview. Yo, man, whatever he going through, hope he come back. But don't affect the team. Let's go. Yo, T-Top. Yo, what's up? Yeah, we got to trade T-Top. I don't know what about this player that everybody is fascinated about. Believe me, I have no idea. I watch this guy every game and go, people are stupid. I don't know what they see in him. I'm like, this guy, really? Have you guys just started watching basketball like 3 years ago or something? Like ever, this is your first time watching basketball. It's about 50 million players better than LeBron James. Period. It is completely not even close. This guy plays 0 defense, and people say that's okay. It's okay not to play defense? And you trying to put him in the category of greatest ever? If you didn't play defense, you're not even in the conversation. And then they was like, you see that chase down block he got? Just exclude them out of the conversation. You mentioned a chase down block. We're talking about defense. You shouldn't have to chase somebody down. You're supposed to be defending. Chase down block means something went wrong. And you had to chase him down, and luckily you got the block. But that's not by design. You don't design a chase down play. Jesus Christ. And then the more and more you realize it, you see a lot of people playing 2K. They even brought Live back out. These people have no idea what basketball is all about. They don't even know what a back screen is, how to come around the pick, going over the top of the pick or under the pick. They don't know any of this stuff. So when you see this on the basketball court and you see them trying to call the game and they play the video game, they just watching the computer do stuff. And they just trying to shoot with the players that they see that the NBA shoved down their throats. They shoved LeBron James down our throats. They changed the rules so that he could exist in this league. Because the game was too physical, they had to soften it up some more for LeBron. Every time it was getting physical for him, he couldn't advance. I can't get to the finals, man. Okay, don't worry, LeBron will soften it up some more. Okay, anybody touch LeBron and out of the game, or they get a flagrant one immediately. Is that all right with you, bro? Yeah, that'll work. But if they hit me hard enough, that's got to be a flagrant too. They got to go. Never would have made it in the 80s and 90s. Never. LeBron James would have been on the bench. He would have averaged like 4 points a game, period, out of the league in about a year or two. He could not make it mentally. He could not survive in the Piston era. During the Piston Knicks era, he's out of there. He couldn't mentally, he couldn't deal with what was going on that court. So that's my question about, that's my answer to you guys about, do I blame him for Derrick Rose? Absolutely, I blame LeBron James for Derrick Rose not being there. And the fact that he's a lousy teammate because he didn't even place a phone call in to check in on him to see what's going on with him, because this is a guy who you supposedly is your teammate. That's what you want to make sure first, that they're mentally all right. And the fact that he didn't reach out to him just shows you right there what he thinks about him. So, Derrick Rose, keep your head up, and hopefully you go to a better place that doesn't have LeBron James nowhere near you, because that's a bad entity altogether. I'm out.